So about a year ago, I created a video going over my Dungeons and Dragons setup and what I use to DM. And this is going to be a more updated version of that video because that video is outdated and I have gotten a lot more props that I have started using over time. And so, starting off with the most important thing and the thing that I have increased the most, dice. I have gotten a lot more dice since I made my last video, and there is a lot of stuff in this bag. You can see like tokens, dice, dry erase markers, all that stuff. Now, the next most useful thing I keep in my D&D arsenal is the D&D Dungeon Master screen. And this is just the original version with the original information in there. If I really need notes for a particular session, I will tape them in here, or I will just keep them in a separate folder and kind of lean it up against here. However, that's what I find myself using the most often, being most useful. Of course, there's other stuff like my laptop, which I will bring to sessions if I ever need to run combat. And I also have stuff like these dice rolling trays. Hold on. I mostly will hand these out to my players at the beginning of the session. And they'll roll their dice in them. Hold on. Yeah. So yeah. Those are those. I'll usually, since we all play at a small table, and there are 6 of my players, I have 3 of these. 1 for me behind my DM screen, and 2 for the players to share. They can always bring their own stuff, of course. Let's see, what else? We have my Dungeon Master notes. If I'm ever DMing a campaign, I will buy a brand new notebook for that campaign, and then I will plan out sessions like that. Like last session, my characters did a heavy combat against an orc, and then they split out a bunch of loot. So I might draw like stats for that monster. I might write out like loot, and then of course like at the top and bottom I just have general session layout stuff. This helps me be a lot more organized during sessions. Now, this is a fold-out battle map. I'm going to undo this for y'all really quick. It's kind of like a board game board. Most similar. Dang, does this thing come out? Most similar to a game board like Monopoly. And I do not recommend these. And I'm going to show you all why here in a second. This part has started to rip, and you can see it better on the back. These things are fragile. However, next up we have a dice rolling tray. Whenever my players are rolling death save, this is on upside down. It does not matter for this current moment. Whenever my players are rolling death saves or a very big encounter, I will pull out this dice tray to make the moment more dramatic. I know that some other DMs will do this. I mainly only do it for death saves though. Just makes my game a little bit more dramatic. Alright, next up we have the Player's Handbook. This is the 2014 edition of the Player's Handbook because honestly there is not enough content and I do not care enough to switch over to the 2024 rules. From what I've seen so far, the 2024 rules are not that good. So I just have not switched over yet. Now, the most valuable thing in my collection that I will bring to day 1 players. And I say that this is the most valuable thing because it has all the pieces to it and it is not opened. We are talking about the Lost Mines of Phandelver starter set, 5th edition. And what I say by I have all the parts to these, I truly mean it. I have the blue dice that it comes with. I have the Lost Mines of Phandelver module. Gotta be careful. I have the shortened, I have the abridged rules, and I have all the character sheets. Wow, that just fell on the ground. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the storage bin. This is a bait box that I got from one of my old art teachers that I use to keep stuff like miniatures, tokens, and currency, that kind of stuff. I'll show you this. That is all the stuff that is in there. So I have like more monster types, effects rings. Those are like warriors. These are really cool tokens. They're meant for like items. I have spellcasters, and then at the bottom I have currency. This folds out so I can fit more stuff in there. Oh, that's a piece of charcoal, and that's an eraser and duct tape. I really need to clean this out better, but eventually I plan on having this all full. Anyways, this has been all my new D&D stuff. I now need to go put this away and organize it. So like, subscribe, and bye.